this out, white bread. Check this out, newbie. You get money? This what you call gangland over here. This the chain gang. Oh, you scared? Oh, you want to go home now? We don't want to hear that shit. You might as well go ahead and check in and get from around here, homeboy. Haha, I'm the best. Finna be this way till I EOS. Take it how you want, nigga. Yeah, I'm a pro. Fuck around and bust your lot while you're at Vizzo. I hate to be this way, but I live for the moment. Waking up every day, show me an opponent. Shanks on deck, hitting bitch with a lock. So much pool, I can even start you from the box. You don't wanna pay rent, got me bent. Got lax on deck, your money was well spent. Vultures on the prowl, so don't try testing. Step 2 comes violent, first steps finessing. You a hold down man, suitcase this. My cell phone, I'm a charger, don't walk with a limp. Get it knocked off or missing, you gon' get it. Next time I see your ass, you gon' leave airlifted. What's up, man? You already know, man. Kfrogtv back in the building. Y'all go ahead and do me that solid favor. Make sure you hit that like, subscribe button, and make sure you hit that notification bell so you can see it first. Welcome back to the channel. I appreciate y'all tuning in. Today, I'm going to be speaking on something that I know is going to help people. All right? And, you know, when it comes to these prison videos, almost 9 out of 10 of the shit that I talk about helps people. But this one here, it'll help people that's going through it right now, that's been through it before and feels like they should have took that route, or that might find themselves, you know, in prison in the future. All right? And it's so common and it happens so much, and I've seen it happen so much with my own eyes that I felt like speaking on it. All right? Now, a question that I get in my comment section a lot and on Instagram when people DM me is, KFROG, if I'm truly not living like that and I don't know how to fight, or I'm scared or shit like that, is it best for me to just go PC? I wanted to come on here and tell y'all simple as this. Yes, you should. If you find yourself in prison and you know you ain't living like that, you know you shouldn't really be there, and you know you won't protect yourself if you find yourself in harm's way, then you're better off just PCing up and getting put in protective custody. Why? I'm going to tell you why. Because prison is dangerous. It literally is. And the more you seem like you are scared, the more weaker you look, the more you present yourself as being the weakest link, the more them vultures are going to take advantage of that. Straight up. No matter what you do. It ain't like, oh, if I just stay to myself, they'll leave me alone. No, it doesn't work like that. Straight up. You're better off checking in and getting from around there first quarter. Me personally, I never been on PC. Never been in protective custody. None of that. But I've seen so many people check in. I've had people check in under me, use me as their escape route, and then I got put under investigation. You feel me? It looked like I was extorting people, making people check in. You know, and it isn't just certain races that do it. It isn't like, oh, only the white boys do it. You know what I'm saying? Or only the small people. No. There be big old tatted up looking dudes, different races. It don't matter what it is. There's people that check in. You know, now, the ones that wait to check in are the ones that feel like prison is miserable. They feel like they can't learn or gain anything from prison, and it's so horrible that they will never, ever, ever, ever want to go back. But that's a good thing, though, because you learned prison isn't the place to be. But you actually seen a side of prison that a lot of other people ain't gonna go through. There's some of them that literally, in their mind and in their actual reality, have never witnessed or seen anything that you will see in front of you inside of prison. So some people check in first quarter. You got people that get off buses at certain institutions and be like, what camp we at? Oh, we're at Charlotte CI. Check in. I'm in fear for my life. That's all you got to say to be put on protective custody, is that you're in fear for your life. And by the rules, they have to put you in protective custody. Because if they don't and something happens to you, then they're held responsible for it. You get what I'm saying? And they can get in trouble. But back to if you're someone that you know aren't living like that, and you're worried if people are going to mess with you, and you're worried if people are going to try to rob you, extort you, put down on you, might even try to make you break it off, you know, sexually. You feel me? If you're worried about that, and you know you can't protect yourself, you're better off just getting up out of there first quarter, like I said, and check in as soon as you get there. Tell them, look, I'm in fear for my life. You know what I'm saying? And then they'll put you on a compound and you'll start bugging out because you'll see all these people freely roaming, walking around, and you don't know how to cope with it. You think it's going to go down at any given time. You feel like everybody's against you. You know, you feel like everyone's watching and just wait for you to slip so they can grip. You know, shit like that. Then you might as well do all your time in the box. But let me say this, though. I don't know how it is in other states, but down here in the state of Florida, all right, let me put this out there. Just because you go PC doesn't mean you're safe, all right? Literally. I've told this in numerous videos. You could be a check-in in confinement at an institution. You could be on PC, and when you get transferred from that camp to another camp, you get put on that bus with all the other inmates that are being transferred that day. It isn't like they put you in any type of protective cage, or if they, you know, keep you separate, or if there's a guard in there with you. No. There's literally guards in the front of the bus, and then there's a cage that they lock all the inmates in, and then the first 2 seats, there's a separate cage. But the first 2 seats are for people that are going to CM, control management, which is people that like wet people up, got caught, or, you know, or they're going to stay on the slab for a couple years. But behind that cage, it's just the rest of the bus, and it's everybody that's being transferred, whether you're on PC or not, okay? Another thing that I will say, if you are on PC, to where you also may not be protected the whole time, is down here in the state of Florida, PC cells aren't single-man cells. So you will and can have a bunkie, but he's on PC as well. Now, we don't have strictly PC yards like they have on the West Coast and stuff like that, where it's like just a straight compound and yards filled of straight PC. No, we have certain cells that are PC cells, you feel me? But it rotates frequently, which means if there's someone in that cell that's PC, the cell right next to it might not be PC. Someone comes in that is PC, that goes protective custody, will be put in the cell with that individual who's PC. Now, if one of them decides to sign the waiver and speak to the warden to where they lift it, and then they feel comfortable enough to go back on the compound, and that PC person is in that cell still by himself, okay? If he gets transferred and that cell is empty, it doesn't mean that's a PC cell. They'll only put PC people in there. You feel me? So long story short, basically you could be in a quad where cell 1 is PC cell, and then cell 7's PC cell, but then the rotation is and everything. Next time you come in there might not be any PC cells at all, or cell 1 and cell 7, they're just regular DC confinement now, which is disciplinary confinement. You know what I'm saying? Or AC confinement, which is administrative confinement, which is inmates who are pending DR, which means they ain't been found guilty yet of why they are in the box. DC confinement means you already been sentenced to your box time. You get what I'm saying? So it isn't like we have a specific PC dorm or a specific PC cell. You know, if there isn't no cells for the PC inmates, they're going to start moving people around. If there's one person in that cell, in that quad, that's, you know, eligible to be in the cell with that one person that's in that other quad by himself, they'll try to put them in the cell together somewhere. One of them's moving, and then that PC person will be put in his same cell or placed with someone else who's on PC. So, my advice and my God's honest opinion is, don't do the crime if you can't do the time, ladies and gentlemen. And the reason for that is because PC doesn't save you. Yeah, it's called protective custody and all that, but that shit literally don't save you. I'm telling you. I've seen people that went PC that were gang members, okay? That went PC and was in confinement, and no one could get a hold of them back there at the moment unless they really wanted to. You got some people that'll be a gang member that will PC up on purpose. They'll tell all their brothers that they're about to go PC to get put in the cell with that PC inmate so they can beat the shit out of them or wet them up or do what they got to do. And there's some officers that'll allow it. That you could tell the officer straight up what your plan is. But by the books, he ain't doing nothing wrong if you decide to go PC. Because then he's got to take you out of your regular cell and then put you under protective custody and put you in there with that actual inmate. You feel me? And you can do what you got to do. But your brothers will know that you're not really protective custody. You PC'd up in order to get your hands on somebody that had problems or that was an opposition, you know, like an opponent to your gang. You feel me? That's how it works there. You know what I'm saying? But if you decide that's what you want to do, you still have to worry about people getting a hold of you. Like I said, I seen on the day of transfer, people that were PC, that was in confinement, that no one could get their hands on, before the bus even left the center gate. They loaded all the inmates up, and before the bus even left the center gate, we heard nothing but screaming and hollering. We were all at the chow hall. We were chow hall workers. The bus was right there getting ready to leave on the side of the chow hall. We heard screaming and all that shit. Officers run over there. People got wet up. That was on PC. They got wet and hit up on the bus before the bus even left the compound. You see that? And they've been back there on PC for a couple months. So people don't forget. You understand? And you're still going to be put on that bus with people, regardless. So if you're one of them people that ain't a people person and you're worried that you can't protect yourself and you can't stand on your own 2 feet, or if you think you can fake it to make it, stuff like that, then my God's honest opinion is don't go to prison. Don't be out here living that street life, because what comes with thugging it is the chain gang or the grave. For real. And people that are out there trying to do shit to prove shit to their homeboys, a lot of them ain't even your homeboys. For real. There ain't no bunk beds in a casket. You know what I'm saying? I'm being real with you. They gonna forget and move on after your ass dead or locked up. You know what I'm saying? So if you ain't one of them people that can protect yourself when you're by yourself, stand on your own 2 feet, no matter where you go around the world, through good or bad situations, just stay out of that type of lifestyle. You might as well, you know, stop while you're ahead. Because my opinion is, if you go to prison and you are one of them, your ass is better off PCing up. It's going to take a whole big percentage of population off of you that you got to worry about. You understand? Now, you ain't got to worry about the 90-something% of inmates who aren't on PC, obviously, you know. But if you're one of the people that found yourself in like drama with somebody or got into it with an organization, some type of gang or something, and you end up, you know, going PC, they could still sell someone in there after you. You know, that's what you got to worry about. That's where, if they really want you, they can get you. And just like inmates travel, you know, from institution to institution, so does word. You feel me? So if someone really wanted to get you and get their hands on you, it'll either happen once you're getting transported on the bus, or when you get to another institution, you feel me? They already have word of who you are and they're already on your trail. They're already ready to, you know, rock out and put their hands on you because they've been waiting for months. And that's even harder, because in your mind, that's even harder for you to see it coming, I would say, because here you're at an institution where you know the eyes of the people and the faces of the people who want your head. You know by seeing them. You know that's one of them right there. That's a couple of them over there. But once you get transferred to another institution and you think you're good and you skated and made it out, if it's that serious and they want you, there's going to be people there that you don't even know their face that want your head. And then that's where it comes more dangerous. You understand? And that can follow you your whole bid. Now you have people that, you know, get in the hole with people that have drug problems and want to chase their high and stuff, and they'll get in the hole with people and then they'll check in. You feel me? Just to check in instead of paying that person. It's like they ran off on the plug. You know what I'm saying? And that right there can also catch up with you. You feel me? You could be somewhere else later on down the line and run into one of the brothers of the people that you got over on, or someone that was there that know you got over on one of their brothers when y'all was at that last camp. You never know what it is. And that could catch up on you, you know what I'm saying? Also, when it comes to that money, people ain't playing, you know? But the only thing I could say, my advice is don't go to prison. Because I'm telling you, they're going to peep how weak you are. They're going to peep that you're vulnerable. You're not used to it. You're a new cop. You feel me? That's what they call you, a new cop. You a newbie. You feel me? A noob. And next thing you know, they're going to try to come at you some type of way. And if you play that gangster role, like if you're more, you know, bark than you are bite, in prison is when people are going to see. Because they're going to try to bring that bark and bite about you. You feel me? It ain't like they're going to just let you get away with talking crazy. It ain't like they're going to just let you get away with acting like you'll do something. They're going to literally test you, provoke you. You feel me? They're going to literally possibly bite you first. You feel me? So if you're not really willing to rock out and wet nobody up or stab nobody, then don't be talking like you are. Because there's people in there that are thinking that first. You feel me? There's people in there that think of the knife before they think of their words. That's just how it is. That's the type of lifestyle. You feel me? And the reason for that is there's a lot of real stone cold savages locked up. You got people that feel like everything that's thrown at them is a disrespect. So the first thing to do when you feel like someone is disrespecting you is you got to clear the air and you got to draw that line, or else you'll deal with disrespect your whole bid. You feel me? And you might not even mean disrespect towards that person. You might just be saying some shit that, you know, is how you feel. Or they may be picking on you and you're just protecting yourself. You're sticking up for yourself. That don't mean that they're going to wipe their hands and let it go because you're sticking up for yourself. No. They want you to stick up for yourself. You feel me? Because it's more of a challenging. You know what I'm saying? Like when one gorilla beats his chest and the other one starts beating his chest. You feel me? That's what it is. It's all about, okay, you say this, I say that. You do this, I do that. You didn't do this, well, I'm still doing this. Regardless. People get wet that don't talk shit back. People that get wet that don't even have a knife. People get wet that don't even talk like they want to play with knives. You know, people will break it off and still get wet. You know what I'm saying? That's what y'all need to understand. It ain't like you have to be living that gorilla mindset and talking like a gorilla in order for some shit to go down and happen to you. You could break it off, be scared, bow down, and some people just want to put their knife in you. Some people still want to hit you up, even if you was, you know what I'm saying, cooperating. That's the type of shit you deal with inside of prison. So take it from me. If you're one of them people that will not grab that iron if you need to, that will not protect yourself, willing to fight, willing to hit somebody with a lock, willing to wet somebody up, possibly willing to end somebody's life. If you're not one of them type of people, do not go to prison acting like you are. It isn't the county jail. Even though some county jails in some states are worse than their prisons, it ain't like that down here where I'm from. You feel me? There's a lot of fighting and shit in our county jail. But once you get to the chain gang, everybody's playing with knives and swords. You feel me? That shit goes from Street Fighter to motherfucking Viking mindset. Real quick, like samurai life. You feel me? Being real. That's how the difference it is down here. But a lot of people will be in the county jail. They'll go to the county jail a couple times and they feel like, oh, it ain't that bad because they got away with talking shit a couple times. You know, that, you know, they know how to do time. And then they go to prison and it's nothing like they thought. It definitely isn't. For real. So, take it from me. Story, message of the day is, if you go to prison and you are not living like that and you are scared, should you check in? Should you go protective custody? I tell you, yes, you should. For your own safety. And remember, you still ain't safe even on protective custody. If someone wants to harm you. You could be put on protective custody, you know, and at the same time, ain't got problems with nobody. You feel me? So nobody's really looking for you or nothing like that. But once you get a cellmate that's on protective custody, you don't know what he's on PC for. He could be an ex-gang member that was really violent and ratchet, and then he just had too much shit build up on him to where he eventually had to get from around there, so he checked in. And you're still a scaredy cat. You know, that's why you were on PC. He could have got wet up by somebody and got put on PC. You feel me? So then once he gets put in a cell with you, he's going to try to take advantage of you. Now it's like both of y'all are on protective custody, but it's like, who's the alpha male out of the two? You see? So that's why you got to learn. If you PC up as soon as you go to prison, it takes a whole percentage of things you have to worry about. But everyone that walks by your cell, they'll look at you crazy. People are going to start dissing you. People are going to say shit. They might send kites to you, talking shit to you. They're going to act like your word is nothing. They're going to act like you're going to see that inmates that don't even know you, that you did nothing to, are going to just all be some type of way towards you. You could be the only cell that's PC, and they ain't trying to talk to you on the door. They gonna be talking shit about your cell out loud from one door to another. Oh yeah, that PC over there. Da, da, da. You're gonna feel like you're against the whole prison. See, when you go to prison and you do your time and you don't PC up, you're an inmate. You're just like one of them. It's y'all against the guards. But once you PC up, even the inmates are against you. For real. So now it's like, damn, I got this whole quad against me and I ain't did nothing to them. I just got to this camp. But they know I'm on PC. You see? That's how it works. You feel me? And some institutions you go to, you could tell because they usually have like these two little like, I'd say square, clear looking slots that they stick your printout, which is your mugshot and your height and your weight and all that. They stick the picture of you on that. So that way everyone can see on the side of your door, like on the wall, or it'll be on the door. They can see who's in what cell. Inmates, you know what I'm saying? You could kind of see it a little bit. And then when the officers walk around, they'll look at that. Some places you go to, there might be like a yellow like highlighter, or there might be red on it, or there might be an extra piece of paper in there with theirs. So you could peep the cells of what's PC. You'll be able to tell. You feel me? So it ain't like you're going to come in there and people don't know you're on PC. People are going to be able to tell. You're going to have people that are getting transferred to the shower. As they're getting escorted to the shower and shit, handcuffs, they're going to be walking out looking in your cell, trying to me-mug you and try you and shit. I'm telling you. So you're still going to deal with stuff even though you're on protective custody. You just got to be prepared and ready for it, is all I can really say. You know what I'm saying? But at the end of the day, if your ass is scared and you ain't willing to defend yourself, you're better off PCing up, because you're just going to find yourself on the table when it comes to chow time for a bunch of hyenas and wolves. Being real with you. But anyways, I'm going to go ahead and wrap this one on up. I appreciate y'all tuning in. Y'all make sure y'all drop in the comment section. Anytime if you were locked up, if you seen people that were going through it, that was truly scared, you feel me, that kept getting bullied and going through it, and then they PC'd up. Or if you seen people PC up as soon as they get to a camp. I've seen it plenty of times. As soon as they walk in and put their bags down and walk out. Like they just straight up, I'm scared for my life. You feel me? If you seen any type of shit like that, drop it in the comment section. Y'all know I'm always open to see some new things. But anyways, I appreciate y'all watching. Like I always said, y'all make sure y'all keep them rat squares, clowns, chomos, pedos, wannabe island boys, gunners, people with fake golds, clout chasing, people with no content, straight up dark clouds, people that ain't going nowhere in life out your circle. And until next time, this the one and only, you already know, Frog.